Welcome to qnawire.
Okay, so I see that you need help with this question, and it wants you to compute the upper bound of the 99% interval on the next rod. So it gives you 15 rods, and the mean of the 15 rods is 8.23. And the standard deviation of the 15 rods is 0.025. And for a 99% confidence interval, you need to change that to a decimal of 0.99. So you have to do 1 minus 0.99, and that's 0.01, and then 1 minus 0.01 divided by 2, and that is 0.995, and then t 0.995 times your degree of freedom of 14, and that equals 2.98. So then 8.23 plus or minus 2.98 times 0.025 divided by the square root of 15, and then 8.23 plus or minus 2.98 times 0.0065, and then 8.23 plus or minus 0.019. And then if you 8.23 minus 0.019, that's 8.211, comma, and then adding them together, that's 8.249. So then the upper bound of the confidence interval is right here. And then it wants you to compute the lower bound for the 95% confidence interval. Compute the lower bound of the 95% tolerance interval for on the diameter of the rods described that has a 99% confidence. Round. So I think that's a typo, but I'll now do the 95% confidence interval for the lower bound. So that is that's 8.23 plus or minus. So you would do, for your t-score of 95%, 0.95. So then t, 0.975 degrees of freedom of 14, 2.14. And then you have 8.23 plus or minus 2.9, 2.14, oops, 2.14, and then times 0.025 over the square root of 15. So 8.23 plus or minus 0.014. And then we have your confidence interval of 8.22, comma, 8.25. And so then the lower bound of that is 8.22. So I hope that this video helps. This is the middle school math teacher signing.